Absolutely. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, this Painful Excellence podcast. And I honestly believe that everything I've done on this show has led up to this moment. You be the judge. There's a lot of things I've been, thinking about. And one thing I have noticed is that I've been tested. I've been tested. My patience have been tested. The attack on my integrity has been tested. And in a lot of aspects, my faith has been tested. And one thing I've noticed is that I've triumphed. I am triumphant. I even had a situation happen at me today at work. I'll share it with you if I remember to even cook on that. But it was just these little things that happen that makes me wonder, like, why is it happening now? One thing I know, but whoever you worship, whoever you pray to, they don't put anything in front of you that they feel you can't handle. You make a decision. One thing is for certain is that you absolutely must stand on business. Let's do this roll call and we're going to get to what I'm talking about. Macadose, Mac of the South, Showtime Majors, Healer, Harmonize, Derek Gaines, The Legend, I Rock, Eric Jordan, Rod Neal, Shogun, A. Hardy, Kane, what's going on? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Main Biker, Phenomenal Mexican. Smash the like button. Let me explain what this is. There's a lot of people that are, atheists, or, they say, oh, okay, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I hear you. And to each his own. I'm not judging anybody either way. Said Max, salute. But if you look at the current atmosphere of this world, the things we talk about on this show, in all walks of life. Y'all know I have a boxing channel. I have a nerd channel, and this channel is where we discuss the happenings in modern society. And one thing that we all can agree on is, as good as things are, they may appear to be on the outside, as far as, we've reached levels of technology. I mean, come on. There's things that we're doing now with computers and cell phones and everything. If you're my age, you would never think, when you was about 8 or 9 years old, you'd never think, a Bluetooth? What? You'd never think that these things would be existing today. You never think that this thing would be for real. It was all fantasy. The things we saw on Star Trek. That was a flip phone he had, okay? The old flip phone from 2000, from Sprint. Those are flip phones he had. Then when Star Trek: The Next Generation came out and they were tapping the emblem on their shirts, that was a Bluetooth, y'all. So we've come leaps and bounds as far as technology. But one thing we've grown to understand is that as great as we are, see, one thing that you did notice on things like Star Trek was we've evolved past certain things. One thing you probably didn't notice in Star Trek, there were no obese people. Did you notice that? So disease was under control, obesity was under control, and spaceships was flying in the air, and we was meeting aliens, and it became the way of life. But they still had some issues. So we're not, in space yet, well, that we know about, talking to aliens that we know about. We don't know. But one thing I know for sure is as bright as we are as human beings, the simplest things we have no control over, and that's human nature. Salute to my brother Derek Gaines in that super chat. He said, "Salute Drew, do you have a P.O. box? Love your content, brother. Me and Eric Jordan talk all the time about your channel, among others. Keep it going, man. Salute to you, brother." Nah, bro. I'll hit you up behind the scenes. I don't have a P.O. box. If you wanna mail me something, we could talk, bro. We could talk. You know what I mean? For the most part, I'm an excellent judge of character. I struck out a few times on this internet thing, but for the most part, I'm an excellent judge of character. I trust you, brother. I'll hit your line. Kyle Swindle, salute. ES, salute, sis. Kane, what's going on? If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. One of the things I like to hear people talk about, like, they say, with all this technology, we have not found the cure for the common cold. And that saying speaks volumes. It's really a metaphor. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you, Derek. It's really a metaphor. You know what I'm saying? It's saying that as great as we are, there's little things that we will never solve. And one of the things we'll never solve is human nature. And when you look at the current status of human beings with all this technology, damn near flying cars, there's engines in the military that run off of water. We really don't need gasoline. We're leaning towards the electric car. I mean, we've dogged up the atmosphere pretty much that there's a long-term plan. They know, hey, listen, man, we really got to move away from gasoline. But we got to get the electric car market in order first, so we could profit off of that. So that when we take gas and oil vehicles off the road, the elites, because there are elites. When I say elites, I'm not talking about no Illuminati. I'm talking about the people that are in charge, the people with all the billions and billions of dollars. They want to remain in power. And when they remove one thing that we use every day in our everyday lives, trucks, vehicles, and they say, oh, guess what? There's no more trucks there's no more trucks running off of gasoline anymore. What are they going to use? Electric vehicles. And who we're buying it from? We're still getting it from General Motors. We're still getting it from Hyundai, Honda, Lexus. Oh, so the people that have been in charge are going to remain in charge. But that's for a whole nother show. General Africa, salute. Shauna TV, salute, sis. Mind of Masa Musa, my brother, salute. And that's a topic for another time. But what I'm saying is, with all this technology, as sharp as we are, what's amazing is we still don't get it. And we're looking at social media, and it's like we've accelerated going backwards. We're blessed with brilliant minds. We can cure some diseases. We can build rockets and, all kinds of things. We're brilliant. We're a brilliant species. But when you have no leadership, you see what's going on. I was just talking yesterday about what a rapper's right about the women. The answer was yes, in reference to the women that they were dealing with. And we got into a conversation. Well, how did the women end up like that? Well, they lack leadership. There's that word. Of course, when I say leadership, who are leaders? The men are supposed to be the leaders. Women will come on here and say, well, men are not leading. That's not true. That's not true. It's really not. It's really not true. The thing is, the men that lead, they don't tickle your fancy. I know that. Yeah, we've been here before. Cop Killer, salute. We've been down here before. What's happening is there's no other way to say this, but with all the freedoms that women have, which is great, listen carefully, some of the women have taken those freedoms and done some awful and ridiculous things with it, using the technology that who created? Who created? Men, right? Right. We went from responsible women, right? Responsible women being overshadowed by women looking just to make a quick dollar. Gone are the days where the majority of women want to be doctors, want to be lawyers, want to be a great pillar in the community, want to be wives, want to be mothers, want to honor and cherish their who? Husbands. Gone is the family structure. And when you get rid of the family structure, you've basically moved away from God. There is no fear of God. When I do see a church, I'm telling you, I drive by a lot of churches sometimes, and some of the outfits that these sisters are wearing, these are not the women I grew up watching. Fitted dresses, boobs hanging out. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Twerking in church. I've seen that. Now, this really isn't a religious show. I'm just making a point. This isn't church. This isn't the mosque. This isn't a temple. I'm just making a point. Shower salute. Aaron salute. And I'm going to touch on some things. I'm going to make a point. Because a lot of these women on Instagram, I pointed out, how many channels I pointed out up here where there's a big booty chick twerking on the gram, and then you go on the page and I say, I want to see something other than her ass. And I scroll down, and then there's a child there. And it's like, who's this child? Their daughter, their son. What? Oh, that little blue check mark. And then, you know, they got to be on TikTok. That's a quick penny. Then they're on YouTube, and this is what they do for a living. So I don't know their educational background, but it's easy to make that quick dollar. Now, from the ages of 18 to, I'll say about maybe 30, 35, I'll give you, before gravity takes over and age takes over. What's your retirement plan? What's your plan if you can successfully twerk for 20 years, 15, 20 years? What do you do after that? Are you investing in property or whatever? But watch this. Even if you make millions, you invested in property, you have an outstanding lifestyle. Are you factoring in that child you're taking care of? That child has to go to school and be around people who know you. And I literally saw an interview with a woman when they asked her, yo, look, you doing all of this stuff, man. What if your child, feels bad about this? And the woman said they can cry in the Mercedes. This is where we at, y'all. This is where we at. And Shauna, you're absolutely right. Because this is a joint effort here. Shauna, you wasn't here yesterday, but I talked about the pastor, the evil pastor that's supposed to be doing marriage counseling, banging half the chicks in the church. So you're absolutely right. This is a joint effort, man. But the issue is we've moved away from God. Or you don't want to use God? Cool. How about this? We've lost morals. Is that better for you atheists? Can we say that? You don't want to use God? Remove God and put morals. Matter of fact, during the stream, I'll edit it. God. I'll put, watch this. Morals for you atheists. In real time. There we go. If you refresh it, I just updated the title. The issue is we've moved away from God or morals for you atheists. You want to do that? But I prefer to use God. Do you know why? I'm going to show you why, man. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. First of all, a lot of women, they say we don't, they have a problem when we talk about leadership, how man is the head of household. And then they're quick to say, ain't no man out here leading, which is bullshit. Y'all are not wives. That's why you're not seeing the men trying to court the women. Because what man in his right mind is going to want a woman twerking all over the place? But let's take a step back. I told y'all briefly when I went out on a date with a chick, and I felt like I was being challenged on every, I was like my second year in college, and she was in her third. At one point, I was gonna pursue criminal justice, and then she wanted to be a lawyer. I like basketball. I like this team. She liked the rival team. She was in competition with me at the fucking dinner table. And I said, this is annoying. Ladies, you're supposed to be your man's completer, not his competer. Do you understand that? That's annoying. Exactly, Shawa. But we're going to dumb it down. We're going to dumb it down for the people in the back. We're going to dumb it down. When we talk about leading the household, and yeah, Cop Killer, absolutely. He made a lot of references to the Bible. And this is why when these women would say they're Christians, and he would use the Bible as a reference, magically, everything in the Bible applies to their life, but that little part right there. But let's walk it down. For you Christians, let's do that first. I just went to Google. I put in biblical household order. The way in which God is found in families is through the ordering of the home in accordance with the scriptures. So if you're living your life through scripture, this is what it says. Look at what it says. Christ as head. The father under the headship of Christ. The mother under the headship of Christ and her husband. Children under the headship of Christ, their father, their mother. Do you see the order? Christ, father, Christ, the mother, Christ, the children underneath the father and the mother. It says it right there. You don't like that one? Let's go to the other one. Ephesians 5:25. Husband, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. God's order in the family is for a husband to love his wife as Christ does the church, the wife to submit to her husband as unto Jesus, and for the children to obey their parents. I didn't write this. This was there before us. I didn't write that. It's there. Look it up. Now here's the problem. Oops, pressing the wrong thing here. I'm sorry. Salute to our brother Eric Jordan in that Cash App heavy. Much love and appreciation. He says, spitting nothing but them facts. I'm on the job, brother. And I don't know where I come up with this stuff. I have epiphanies when it comes to this channel. I have just epiphanies. I need to talk about this. I need to talk about this. And one thing leads to another thing, leads to another thing, leads to another thing. And salute to you, Eric Jordan. Much love. Jared, salute. Now, I didn't write this. I didn't make this up. But there will be a woman that'll read this and try and make it fit as to why she's not living this way. But she'll have a child out of wedlock. But then if you ask her, tell me about the father of that child, either she'll say, well, first of all, you'll know that that's not the man for her. When you ask her why does she choose to procreate with that man? First of all, I'd say 9 times out of 10, she'll say it's not her fault. And he wasn't who I thought he was. Meanwhile, if you ask her how long did you know him before you decided to procreate, 12 months, probably maximum. Known him for, I'd say 24 months, which is enough to know that you want to marry this person. So you're having unprotected sex, which can lead to a baby. So you chose to procreate without him promising you marriage and keeping his word on marriage. You just didn't do it. Just didn't do it. And women will find every reason imaginable to make that dude the villain. It's rare that I found the woman that'll say, you know what, that's my fault. It's rare. It is out there, but it's rare. But she will make that man wrong. She'll make him wrong. But then when you refer to scripture and say, you're a Christian, sometimes they'll say yes. Sometimes. And then you say, yo, what's up with this? You was laying and playing with homie. What's up with this? What was wrong with him? What's that new word they like to use nowadays? Oh, he was a narcissist. So you couldn't submit to him? Oh, you wanted to marry him, but you still wanted to go out every weekend? Or you wanted to talk back to him or talk down to him or emasculate him? Now he feels stuck. Made the baby, want to marry her, but then, she's flapping off at the gums. And when I look at him, be like, yo, bro, you were supposed to check that. If you can't check that, you were supposed to, skeet in it. So that's your fault there, buddy. Sometimes dudes get hypnotized by a good piece of tail, but you got to keep your head straight. But this is the quote right there. It's right on Google. I didn't write this. And what I find is I'm talking about the issue being that we moved away from God or we moved away from our morals. I'm using God because it's a powerful word. What is it telling you here? As men, we're supposed to submit to God. And the wives are supposed to follow our lead. And the children are supposed to follow my lead as the wife follows my lead. And that's us leading by example. Now, when they say there's not enough good men out here for them to submit to, look at who you fucking choosing. I just told you how many Instagram models that I pull up here and we go down on their page, you see their kids on there. I got a whole Tay, salute. Y'all know the short that I played? I'll give you an example. Let me stop sharing this for 1 second. I got y'all right now. This pissed me off, man. Here we go. This is it. Remember this? Where is it? Here we go. Now hold on for a second. Now, do y'all see the problem here? As I read this super chat, y'all see this problem? Derek Gaines back in that super chat salute. He said, "Till death do us apart. It's become until it becomes an inconvenience." I was just telling EJ we need to get back to the biblical standards. What if? Yeah, exactly. Welcome down, Ram. Salute. How you? Good to see you. Exactly, brother. Now, here's why I did this short video. This is a beautiful sister right here. And then I looked and I had to put the arrows on her baby girl right there. Let's bring that back. Y'all see this? Let's bring it back. Now, mind you, that fitted dress has an outline of a bikini body on it. And look at baby girl right there. That baby girl can't be no more than maybe 6 or 7 years old. Yeah. Now, when I read the comments on this original video, all of the sisters were saying, "Big up, young lady, showing your little girl how to love herself." Question: if this is your wife or baby mama, to you dudes that's made that mistake, and you see your wife doing this, if she chooses to do this by herself, that's on her, and that's something you got to deal with. Your girlfriend, that's something you got to deal with for the world to see. All of this for the world to see. But I'll be damned if she's doing this with your seed, your baby girl. What are you really showing your baby girl? Now, I'm going to let the video play. Now, here's the difference. And this is why I say leadership is important, because women were justifying this crap. Ain't no man looking at this and saying, "Hey, man, yeah, man, you teaching your baby girl how to love herself." No, hounds are looking at, I've been in this chick's page. Hounds are looking at her hips, her tiny waist, and big boobs. Look at the baby girl. Look at her. Look at the baby girl profile. She is about 6 or 7 years old. And look at her laughing. You see this? What, bro? I am so afraid for that child, man. That's a cute baby. But as a man, if you're a hound, aren't you conflicted at this point? You're looking at her like, "Oh man, she hot." And now you see this. Aren't you conflicted? Like, "Oh, whoa. I was horny a second ago, but what's that baby doing there?" There's dudes that go to her page to look at what? They don't care about what this woman has to say. So when you ask a woman like this, "What do you bring to the table? How can you add to my team?" And you see this video, what are you thinking? You want to move her in with that baby for you to be just, I don't know, just doing something around the house and look at this child wearing something skimpy like her mom and trying to model in the mirror, and it's like, "Oh shit, mama went to the store and I'm watching this baby. Holy shit." This child can say anything now. But where did she learn that? My mother would never do this with my sister at that age. My aunts, nothing. My grandma, nothing. Now, I'm going to let the video play, and I'm going to show you the difference. Now, here's the difference. This is a gentleman coaching a high school basketball team. And he takes his son to all the games. And his son, he dresses his son like him. And he's watching his father do what? Lead. Pep talk. Bring kids up. And I gotta believe that the son keeps him in check, because sometimes these coaches want to just rip the ref's head off. And I've heard coaches say a lot of disgusting things to refs, but I doubt he wants his son to see that. Now, who's having a better structure in their life? And by the way, this kid, I don't know his name, but he's gone viral a couple of times because he's talking like his father. When his father pep talks his team, the son peps talk the team, but with a little voice. And it's adorable. And watch the son imitate his father. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
The father was coaching a basketball team, and the son was imitating what he saw his father doing. The mother, in that fitted dress, was showing her daughter to do what exactly? 5 years from now, which child will be more productive based off of what they've learned from their parents? Let me know.
Exactly. Now, I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but I understand life. Now, this sister with her daughter, obviously she's single. Here's the thing. Exactly, welcome down, Rand. That's why black fathers are important. Now, if that man is single for whatever reason, first of all, the chances of him being married is high. Who do you think's single in that equation? That man or that woman? I bet you that woman's single. I bet you. Because I don't know what father would be okay with baby mama doing what she does and putting your daughter in the video with that, unless he a goddamn pervert. Now, the chances that the brother is unmarried is slim. I bet you he has a wife at home. I don't know, but I'm willing to bet he has a wife at home. And while he's going to work, he can take his son. His son is getting an education on the X's and O's of basketball and night train salute. And he's learning how to communicate and how to be a leader. So I meant what I said. 5 years from now, who's going to be more productive in society? That little girl learning what her mother's taught her, or that little boy learning how to talk people up and lead? What is she teaching her daughter how to do as opposed to what that man is doing? Young DG, salute. And this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is what I'm saying. Men are head of household. And if you read scripture, I just showed it to you. You've gotten away from God. Because now these women, oh, I'm Christian, I love the Bible, and if that man was single, I could put him on that Pop a Balloon show. You know that thing that's been going viral? And there've been copycat shows where the girls line up and the dude come out and they start popping the damn balloons. That brother will walk out and they'll start popping the balloon. Why? Because, I don't like his shoes or his pants and, he's lame. Lame, but I'm looking at his body of work so far and what he's doing with his son. And then I'm looking at that thick red bone and what she's doing with her daughter. Her daughter. And I'm trying to decide which child is going to be more productive to society. Your little girl is not being taught to love herself. There's other ways to do that. That little girl knows what her mother does. I don't know what else she does for a living, but I know one of the things she does because I went to her page and she's walking around. She's one of those girls that walks around with the fitted stuff, just so you can see her butt bounce. That's all she does. Now, I don't know what else she does for a living, but her daughter knows what she does. Boom. Thank you. Welcome down, Ram. She's grooming. She's grooming her daughter, y'all. That's what it is. That child watching her mother, this behavior is normalized. 5 years from now, she's out in the world calling that little boy who's mimicking his father. When those children become adults, that little boy will be lame to her unless he's like over 6 feet tall and looks good. He's lame, but he's growing up with morals. He's growing up by way of the order of God, the biblical order. Looks like a leader to me on the outside looking in. I don't know anything about that man. You know, there's going to be a lot of women that'll be like, oh, well, let's not get technical. We don't know if he's beating his wife. Okay, you want to look at the cup half empty instead of half full. Let's play the game. I can say the same thing about this woman. I'm not saying that, you know, she got several baby daddies and she's a smut. No, I'm just taking it at face value. I went to her Instagram page and she's walking around with tight dresses and, you know, butt going side to side, and she's a looker. But no one's going there to find out what she has to say or what she thinks. They're going there to it's softcore porn. That's what it is. But that same young man, well, the coach, I'm going to say he's younger than me, with his son. He's not grooming his son to do anything but be a leader of men. As opposed to what you're grooming your daughter to do. You're teaching her how to use what she got to make money. Jeff Sparks, salute. To do what exactly? And that man has to train his son to watch out for girls like that, because you can see, I'll put it up, you can see she is teaching her. You have to train your sons to watch out for girls like that, because that's the next generation of what the mother's doing. These are the chicks, before you got on a date, you got to cash app them a few $100s. Like they're rock stars. And this is what I'm talking about. You gotta watch, you gotta train your boys to watch out for this. And you're looking around, you're like, where these chicks come from? Yesterday I said, well, the rapper's right. The answer is yes. Just like cops, just like when Rodney King got beat up on, the world was like, oh my God, but not black people. We was like, we've been telling you this been happening since the beginning of time. The first thing police departments did when they were first organized was go out and whoop a black person's ass. They did it the first week on the job. What are you talking about? We've been telling you this for years. You said we lying. Rodney King happened. It was an isolated incident. A few decades later, now we got smartphones and Philando Castile getting shot on live, whatever he was on live. And we're saying this isn't new, man. This ain't new. These fucking women. It's not new. This isn't new, and you seeing this here. Now, where do you think she got it from? I'd like to meet her mother. I did the show where we talked about the R. Kelly situation. Snoopy, what up? The R. Kelly situation where that one chick, the texts were released when she was talking to her mother, telling her daughter, you know he like him young, you need to wear pigtails, hike your skirt up. She was sending her daughter on a mission. She was sending her daughter on a mission. Her daughter was a crash dummy. They were trying to get bread. Were the rappers right? Yes. Now, how did we get here? I just told y'all. These women today that I've seen in churches or walk near churches, they weren't the women I went to church with in the 80s. I've never seen anything like this. Do they even discipline the kids in church anymore? We had some order. You got to be kidding me. We've moved away from God. Why? Because males leading the household, for some reason, women aren't with that. But you know what? Fine. Y'all do it on your own now. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Women are free now to do more than anything. And with those freedoms, what did we get? Sukiana, Sexy Red. Want to take it back to the 90s? I can. DWP, Foxy Brown, Little Kim. Right? And we didn't say anything. We just let them go ahead. And after Kim, we went to the 2000s, 2010s, on went into the 2020s, and now what we got? It's anarchy, y'all. And now it's to the point where there's some war from males, men and women. It's a war. The dudes that are sticking up and saying, yo, look, all I want is a traditional woman. And the women are like, F that. I wanna do it with 6 figures. He has to be 6 feet tall with a 6-pack. I meet that criteria, but I'm off the market. And what's his is mine, and what's mine is mine. And I want to go out on these lavish trips, and he has to worship the ground I walk on. And what do you do for your husband? These chicks will tell you, I don't do shit. Remember the chick, the dark-skinned chick that looked like Biggie? Remember I did that shit, and I was doing fair use. Remember that? And then the Asian commercial, like how to date an Asian woman, came up right in the middle of my live stream. You remember that? That was astonishing. But do you remember how that woman looked? And I'm not, look, man. I remember saying not even Beyonce would get what she's asking for. She didn't want to do shit. She wanted you had to hire someone to do the laundry. She wanted to go on 3 trips a year. She wanted to go on a family trip and a personal trip with just her and her husband, which, you know what I notice about when women that do lists like that? You know what they never include? They never include their wifely duties, which is sex. And I'm being serious. Now, I said that's crazy because this is the type of chick, she seems like she's not that sexual. Because women that are, they'll say that. She seems like, you know, not only do you look like a woolly mammoth, she look like Mr. Snuffleupagus, but she did. She looked like a hairless Mr. Snuffleupagus with a short snout. She looked like the type that, like, get off me. But she said she had kids. In her scenario, she, you know, so you just had a few kids just to procreate. So the man has to do the cooking, he has to do the cleaning, he has to wash the clothes, he has to pay all the bills, and you have the freedom to do everything you want to do. You want to go out when you want, you want to hang out with your friends when you want, in a car that he's paying for. And then through all of that, she's doing that TikTok with a bonnet on her head, and she looked like Piggy Smalls. Notorious P.I.G. And the only thing good about her was she had a nice voice and she had straight teeth. That was it. But I'm looking at her like, yo, the audacity. I remember that. I'm like, the audacity of this woman. Amanda, what up? The audacity of that woman. She had some nerve. She had some nerve. I was like, what's going on here? Oh, I'm trying to read something. My bad. She has some nerve. At least be like a little cute. You click live with a bonnet on your head. I thought she was gonna start freestyling. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. I forgot what live it was, but the craziest thing about that live was we're listening to her, and right in the middle, they threw the Asian woman in the middle of my live stream. I was like, yo, I didn't do that. It was like the gods, the YouTube gods was like, no. Get this fat chick out of here. Look at these Asian women. And you know, it was right on time. You can't make this shit up. Hey, Godfather.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
The nerve of her to be so demanding and be serious about it. And she on there. And had the nerve to be unsightly. I'll just say that. She was unsightly. She was not cute. If y'all could find that show, I forgot what show that was. But if y'all could find that show, I forget which one it was. But this was last year, y'all. And I remember watching that. We was going through it as a family, and then they threw the Asian commercial in there. I was like, oh, I have to tell y'all, I didn't do that on purpose. I mean, that shit was crazy. And I walked through the commercial. I said, yo, look at these Asian ladies and look at this Black American chick with a bonnet on her head and look at her demands. Forget her looks for a second. Look at her list of demands. And she's talking about what she deserved. But not one point in her demands did she say what she's going to do for her husband. Come on, man. Stop it. I was like, man, is she trolling? And of course, dudes clapped back at her, and then she played the, oh my God. Just because I'm a overweight Black woman, I can't have these standards. Yo, look, man, I'm not saying for you not to have standards. I just need them shits to be realistic. Because she was not cute. Now, there's somebody for everybody. But then let's say she bags something close to what she wants, and he fits the criteria as far as income and everything. What are you going to do for him to keep him? What are you going to do? Tell him he works these crazy hours, and then you're not going to wash no dishes? You're not going to have a meal for him? You're going to make your own money, but you ain't going to do anything for him? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're dealing with. When I say we've moved away from God, am I calling the man of the house God? No. The man of the house is supposed to follow God or have some morals, for you atheists. He's supposed to follow in the footsteps of Christ. Hey, okay. Let's not do that. Christ, that bothers you? Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Islam. All right. Since y'all want to wrap y'all heads up. Okay, cool. Let's read as a family. The structure of a Muslim family. The first and the closest consist of the husband, the wife, their children, their parents who live with them, and servants, if any. The man is considered the head of family. Stop right there. What is the hierarchy of the family in Islam? The man is considered the head of the family. Okay? Okay? Young Hollywood, salute. Okay? It's right there. I didn't write that. So if you want to abandon the Bible and abandon Christ, because we're saying, yo, it's God, man, woman, children. You don't like that? You want to jump over to Islam? Cool. Read that. Read it. It's right there. I didn't write that. Go ahead and read it. Thank you, Shawa. But, you know, people don't know that. People don't know that. But let's do that. How's that? Y'all like that? There you go. How's that? You don't like that? Okay, you don't like that. I got smoke for y'all tonight. Y'all don't like that? Okay, let's do something else then. Household of Buddhists. Oh, yeah. I'm going there. Let's talk about it. What is the family structure of Buddhism? Because Buddhism does not promote any particular form of the family or family relationships, Buddhist family life generally reflects pre-existing cultural and religious values, customs, and socially sanctioned modes of expression. In other words, men are the head of the household. You want to read that? You want to read that? Here, go ahead. Go ahead and read it. It's right there. I didn't write it. It's right there. They said, pre-existing cultural and religious values. There it is. Christianity, Islam, Judaism. It's right there. Let me see something. Okay, that's just the order of Buddhism, you know, monks and nuns and things of that nature. But the structure's right there. They say it reflects pre-existing cultural and religious values. Boom. Man, head of households. When the main bills come to my household, guess whose name is on it? This guy, mine. Eric Jordan in that super chat, he said, what elephant was full of delusion? He said that elephant was full of delusion. That is a fairy tale. Yeah, man, I wish I could find, because I meant to make that a short. I got to find it. It was last year, y'all. If y'all find it before me, let me know. But I remember we was there using that shit. And I'm like, do you see this woman? And then the Asian commercial came up and I said, yo, look at that. I didn't do that. That wasn't on purpose. That was YouTube saying, stop, 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 stop. Yeah, the bell hit me like that. Yeah. Yeah, man. So wherever these shorties want to go. Let me type something in here real quick. Let me see something. Let me see something. There is no, I put an atheist household structure. It's not really giving me anything. They're talking about explaining your thought process, but whatever. But you know, a lot of these boss chicks, they claim they're Christians. Because you can't tell me you're Muslim and your hair's not wrapped up. I mean, stop it. So we did Islam, we did Buddhism, we did Christian. They all say the same thing. Buddhism say they follow traditional household structures, which means the man is the head of the household. Christian says the man follows Christ, the woman follows the Christ teachings, but she follows her man who follows Christ, and the kids follow the father and the mother, and they all follow Christ. That's it. Islam, similar thing. But the man is the head of the household. But ain't it funny how the government says that, Mark, what up? They say that, you don't need no man in the household. You're a boss chick. Take this welfare, put him out the house, and you do it yourself. And they've literally killed the household. Worldwide, nationwide and worldwide. Anthony, what up? Louis Henton, salute. And they've literally kicked our ass. Yeah. That's what they've done. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Mark 2 times in there. You want to go to the let's go to the lion pride. When those hyenas come up and try to eat the cubs, who scares them off? It's the big dude with the mane, the alpha male. He does that. When they kill and he walks up, he got to eat first. Do you know why he has to eat first? They're animals. They don't say, oh, you're just chauvinist. We made the kill. You chauvinist. No. He has to stay fueled up. So he has to come up and eat first and then sit down and watch everything. Make sure the hyenas don't come back, because he's gonna have to jump up and fight and get bit up. Sometimes the alpha male will get killed, and the next one in line, Hakuna Matata, he has to come up. He has to grow up fast, because sometimes the male lion will get killed. Defending the pride, man. Y'all understand that? Not everything is, against women. There's a hierarchy of things. And what happens is when the women want to take the lead, it may look good for a little bit, but what happens in the end? I've seen boss chicks, when they get by themselves, after being a boss all day, they go home and collapse on the ground and start crying because they're just not built for certain things. That's us. When we were in the wild, before we built all of this great things, these buildings and stuff, we was living in huts. Spurger, what up? We was out and we had to do all the hunting. And some of us ain't make it back. Come on, man. And if we didn't make it back, what happened to the wife and the babies? They starved. And the woman could go out and try to do the things that we did. They ain't strong enough to what happens is I gotta go get that caiman. Y'all know what a caiman is? It's like a little alligator. But husband got cut and bled out. And now you gotta feed the kids. You miss them, but you got a job to do. So you gotta get this little 10-foot, not a 10-foot, that's too big. Let's say a 5-foot caiman. Now you seen your husband jump on it and he tried to do death row, but he was strong enough to choke it. Now you try and do it and he's spinning and you spinning with him. Your kids are screaming in the cave. The caiman gets away, you're all cut up, and now you're not eating. Yeah, you missed that man now, don't you? Don't you? Eric Jordan in that strong house for 10 months, my brother. He said, delusional, unrealistic expectations women create the soft guy era. Women create the soft guy era to counter react to the woman delusion, and they hate every minute of it. Drizzle. Yeah. They really listen, that drizzle and the soft guy era, it was a joke to me. The dudes was trolling. But the amount of women that took that shit serious, I said, my God. They don't know that word for word. The dude, you saw that white guy? I don't know what he did for a living, but he was loaded. But he was regurgitating everything that I've heard these women say with that sprinkle nonsense. I've heard women say, oh man, I'm out. And then he texts me, what are you doing? And then I curbed him, because if he texts me what I'm doing and I text him back that I'm out, get my nails done, and he don't text me with the $50 cash app towards my nails, then he's not the one for me. Sprinkle. Well, some dude said something similar along those lines. If I'm out getting my hair cut and she texts me what I'm doing, I text her back, get my hair cut, and she says, okay, hit me back. I'm not hitting her back. I'm blocking her, because my haircut costs X amount of dollars. And if she don't send me at least $50 to $100 on my haircut, then she's not the one for me. Drizzle. And I know I heard a chick say that, and I was cracking up. I said, they're trolling. But these chicks actually made response videos to that shit. I said, whoa, they in their feelings? This is what the sisterhood was saying. Young Abel, salute. They can't take it. They could dish it out, but they can't take it. Now, how mature is that? And watch this. If you're a boss and you come across a dude that's paying for a $150 haircut, he must be that dude. And he got to be a high value dude. So if you're interested and you do text him and he says getting a haircut and you a boss, why not put $50 on his books, on his Cash App, his Zelle, his Venmo, his PayPal? Yeah, when you done, come see me, boss. Nah, because these women want men to be men when it's convenient for them. Pay for everything. Treat them like queens. But what do you bring to the table? How do you add to this team? Not a goddamn thing. I've seen countless videos when dudes say, what do you expect from a man? And they have a list of shit they're just shooting off their head. They say, well, what do you do for him? I've seen chicks say, nothing. The audacity. You can't fry an egg. You can't flip a flapjack. You can't make spaghetti for a dude. You can't just do something nice. And like I said, these chicks don't be wanting to bang these dudes. That is a part of your wifely duties. We understand you can have a hard day too and you be tired, but you know the old joke, never tell your husband you're tired. We know y'all tired sometimes, but sometimes we have bad days and gotta take care of them. What's the problem? But why y'all like y'all don't get horny too? These boss chicks, they get horny. You know why? The dude that's paying for everything usually is more than likely not the dude they knocking down. I did a show a while ago. Chicks have men for different reasons. The dude that gets the hair and nails done, the foodie call, the dude that wants to take them out on trips, the friend that they have over the phone that they just spill their guts to, but the guy that they're sleeping with is never the best choice. Never. Never. The dude that they giving those cheeks to is never the best choice. It's always the bummest nigga. But if he's knocking that spine out of alignment, Nicholas Levy in that super chat salute, he said as soon as it messes up, they look for a man to fix it all. Facts, exactly. They need the fucking cleanup guy. Horrible stuff, man. Horrible stuff. But this behavior has been around. But here's the thing. The women that I was exposed to growing up weren't like these women. You see things as you get older. But as you get older, for the most part, there was women that stood in the pocket for what we were seeing, and they were, Felix, what up? Lamont, Tim TV, what up? And the OG ladies were telling us, you see her over there? What she's doing and how she's behaving is not good. See, back in my day, the woman didn't stand too close to the horse. And they let the young men know about it. When we started getting older and asking questions, yo, why, da-da-da-da. Look, at family meetups, there was a hierarchy and you graduate from certain things. I went from, think about it, y'all. Y'all come from the era where you had family get-togethers. I don't remember all of them. Of course, the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, but the 4th of July, Memorial Day, those were the cookouts. Those are the cookouts, right? And I don't remember being in the playpen with my cousins. I'm not the youngest one, but I don't remember I seen pictures of me and they in the living room when we were in diapers. They gated it off and he put all the babies in there. I got Polaroids, me and my cousin Billy, and and then a couple of years, now there's no playpen, now we just around. And we were exiled upstairs where the toys were. And there was 2 rooms upstairs. There were the toys, right? And right next door, the teenagers, my brother. I got a brother that's 5 years older than me. That's where the video games were. But I was more the, getting active and wrestling with the giant teddy bears or whatever, and me and my cousin play fighting and kung fu until we pass out and fall asleep. Then, a year or 2 later, you get a little older. It's like, all right, I'm chill. I'm cool with the toys. Let's see what these video games are about. You know what I'm saying? You see the video games are about, right? And exactly, Young Hollywood. I'm going to get to that in a second. So now we're watching, Atari, ColecoVision, the Commodore 64, right? And I got older cousins that are 7 or 8 years older than me. Then, when you was too big to be upstairs, you be upstairs playing the video games, but there's only so much of that you can do. You want to go downstairs, because now you've graduated and you're talking about more adult things. So you go downstairs and now you're sitting with the older cousins. I had cousins that were in there like 18 to their early 20s, and now they're talking about college, things happening at school that me being 10 years old, I can't identify with just yet. So playpen to the rough house room is what we called it. The rough playpen to the rough house room, to the video game room, to sitting on the steps, talking to your older cousins and soaking up game. Yeah, man, I'm in my high school now. And yeah, man, yeah, da 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 da. And then the older cousins, yeah, I'm about to go to college. Yeah, oh yeah, Stormy. Saturday mornings, well, Saturday afternoons, when I was with the family, everything stopped at 3 p.m. And we went to Channel 5 to watch the Kung Fu movies. Everything stopped at, no matter what we was doing. What time is it? 3 p.m.? Shaw Brothers. Everything stopped. But at those get-togethers, playpen to the rough house room, to the video game room, to the steps with the oldest, and then the older teenagers that were about to, like seniors in high school, going to college, now they're in the living room, because that's where the house was built. Now they're in the living room with my uncles smoking cigarettes. I don't know how we made it through the 80s. Smoking cigarettes, drinking a little beer, talking boxing. The men were sitting in the living room talking boxing and other stuff. The women were in the dining room, in the kitchen, cooking. And I remember my grandmama sitting in her wheelchair directing traffic. Boy, what you doing, boy? Go, Junior, go get that boy. No, not down here. There's too much smoke down here. Take that boy upstairs. Because every now and again, I sneak down and stick my head in there and see what the adults are doing. Take Eric upstairs. Get Eric. My name was Irk. R-R-R-R-R-K. Get Irk. Take his ass upstairs. What are you doing down here? You know, you smack the kid in the head. Get your ass upstairs. Go. It's like, all right. Damn. I'm just being nosy. Can I get some chicken? Damn. Can I get a plate of food? Yeah, get a plate of food. Yeah. Boy, take your ass upstairs. Because whatever they were talking about down there, that conversation was not meant for me to hear. The conversations on the staircase with my older cousins, that wasn't meant for me to hear. Boy, go upstairs. Because at that time, they're talking about sex and things like that. Take your ass upstairs. Go to the Atari. Play the video games. That's your lane up there. Then when I got a little older, yo, come here. You going to high school? Yeah, what school you going to? Yeah, what's going on, man? What's up with those girls? Then as I got older, I was in the living room. You know what I'm saying? You see, there's a hierarchy. Grandma was directing traffic. The elders was telling us to watch out for these sleazy whores out here. The women didn't stand close to the whores. Today, to be a whore is a badge of honor. I said it yesterday, the body count. We've moved away from God or morals if you're an atheist. What are y'all scared of? Y'all scared to be away from God? Because of the hierarchy? Because the hierarchy in Christianity and Buddhism and Islam is man first. And your last defense, your last justification is to say there aren't any real men out here. That is a lie. Because the men that you choose, for y'all be saying no real men out here, y'all sure are pregnant a lot. Oh my God. Whoa! Go! Stop me when I'm lying, man. This is crazy, y'all. Where's that other oh yeah, this one was painful. You want to talk about someone making shit up? Want to talk about someone making shit up? I'm gonna show you. This was aggravating. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. I don't know if y'all saw this. Did y'all see when I posted this? First of all, look at her damn face. Listen to this, y'all.
So when you are twerking, when you're shimmying, you are literally releasing trauma, releasing stored emotions from your hips. When you're bending your knees, you're crouching on the floor, you're connecting to earth, you're connecting to the womb, you're restoring your energy. As I was doing this, I was healing myself through all of these generations of collective trauma. And I realized that twerking truly is a spiritual practice.
These hoes don't even give a fuck. I swear to God, these hoes is bold. Like, I swear to God. Oh. Your window's locked. If the window's on lock, what the fuck? The window's on lock. I can't record shit. And he's sitting there. He just sitting there. No, he can't do nothing because he's a male. Nah, he's a motherfucking police. Don't want this shit to he can't touch them niggas because he's a male. Stop. What is you talking about him?
Spiritual practice. Y'all really just be making stuff up as you go along now.
So when
I didn't make that up. I didn't make any of this up. Look what the brother Sam Max said. He said 80% of the men on Maury were not the father. The math ain't mathing. You know that's a real number. I read that before. 80% of the dudes that were on Maury, 80% were not the father. The little things on YouTube, you would think it was 50-50. No, it was not. I was watching that show for a long time. And it dawned on me, there was more chicks running off that damn stage. I remember when they first started doing that. The Maury Show wasn't all about that when it first came about. It's just that they found the niche and it took off and they stuck with it. Before, chicks wasn't running off the stage. They were just sitting there taking their licks. And then, I don't know what year it was. These chicks just started darting off the damn stage. Exactly, Shauna. To make it that's a bit of a reach. A religious experience? You know what I'm saying? I got one more for y'all. The snack, man. Okay. All right. All right, this one pissed me off. I think this one pissed me off the most. No, this is one of them. Yeah.
Make that ass clap. Make that ass clap.
So this is what we're doing now? It's bad enough you women are twerking every 5 minutes in all parts of the world. The supermarket, weddings, funerals. But I never thought I'd see the day where y'all are twerking with wild animals on your body. Come on, y'all, monkeys. Monkeys! I don't know what else to say. Other than all of you single men, y'all really need to move!
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Y'all want more? Got a lot of more. Got a lot of more. Got a lot of more. These are just examples, and this is all relevant to the topic. I'm not dumping on women. I'm talking about the issue is that we moved away from God. The women are afraid of the hierarchy. They don't want to submit because that word is so bad in their vocabulary, submit to a man, and then they lie and say there ain't no good men out here. That's not what the statistics show. I'm gonna keep going, y'all. Y'all remember this, sister? Look at this. Listen to this.
I'm single because I ain't about to let nobody play with me.
No, you think nobody wants to play with you. And I could see a few reasons why, but ma'am, if you look a little deeper and explore your options, there are men out there that won't play with you, that will take you serious. But you got to remember, we're visual. The world is visual. And if you look like you take care of yourself, maybe there'll be some people that'll take interest. So I don't know what you're going through in your personal life, but get that fixed. Marrying yourself, that's just obnoxious.
Move!
Why are you?
That's the chick that married herself and actually had her parents come out and friends come out. She married herself because she ain't finna let nobody play with her. Okay? But marry yourself, that's obnoxious, man. I got more. I got more. Yeah, this is my favorite one. It's one of my favorite ones. Now peep this, y'all. Peep this. Ain't no good men out here, right? Ain't no leaders out here, right? Look at this, y'all. That's not an overweight, knock-knee woman. I can't see her face, but look at that gorilla locked up in the cell. Look at him holding on to the bars. Look at that. You mean to tell me there was no men walking around, I don't know, that are free? That was courting her? That would want to put a ring on her finger? She had to go to prison? There's a whole website that teaches women how to date prisoners, inmates. Yeah.
If you take Freddie to be a lawful wedded husband, and then Freddie takes Stacey to be a lawful wedded wife.
I do.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me as Deputy Commissioner of Civil Marriages, I now pronounce you married. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Move! In what universe are men locked behind bars or pulling women where you dudes that are free, working honest jobs? Yo, can he send the cash app? These dudes are getting all the tail, but you guys are working honest jobs and can't even get a call back. And then when these dudes start talking about passports, shorty's getting mad. Oh yeah, I like this one right here. I like this move. This I like this one right here. This was the one right here. Remember this?
So this is where we at? Look at some of these comments. Go ahead, look at it. This is my favorite one right here. The one about Dr. Umar. I guess this is the black man's fault, right? For the ancestors, right? To say that the sisters need to do better, that's outdated. Y'all know what y'all need to do. The sad fact is, y'all don't care. Here's what it is, right?
And then when a man says, yo, I don't want to deal with that. Give me my passport, I'm leaving. I'm explore my options. There goes your foodie call and you want to cut him down. Why? Why would you want to cut him down? You good woman. Y'all are standing too close to those fucking chicks. Why don't you call them out? Like my grandma, my aunts, my mother. Call those out. Say, yo, look, no. You don't need that. Y'all run and go get BBLs, not for us. Y'all do it to be in competition with each other. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good one right here. All this because the word obey and honor, submit, and allow a man to lead, head of household. That bothers y'all. Yeah, but I like this right here. Check this out.
You know, a lot of you kids need to be put in jail. Who uploads this on the internet? Go ahead, tell me. Many of you women don't even need children. And as far as the dudes that impregnate you, you dudes need to burn. Disgusting. Salute to the modern women. And the dudes that impregnate them. Awful.
That's her child, and she's using his hand to send a video to the dude that she does that to let him know, when I see you, it's on. With her child's hand. You see what I mean? And that'll be the chick that'll say, ain't no good men out here. That chick found her husband in prison and say, why are you dating dude in prison? Because the manager at McDonald's ain't good enough, but he's working an honest job. Your husband is in prison because he did something dishonest. And you ladies are standing too close to these man. Y'all think I'm dumping on women? What did I say? The issue is we've moved away from God. But here's the thing. Men, we don't stand close to dudes that ain't shit. You know why? It could, birds of a feather. When I got older, I had some dudes I hung out with that started drifting off and doing the wrong thing. When it got too real, I said, nah, you go ahead, bro. Because it got real. It was disgusting. As you get older, you have to be around people that see, you have to see value in them. They have to add to your team. So when a man says to a woman, what do you bring to the table? And they get offended. No, how do you add to his team? Because a man should be trying to build something. So if he's building a foundation, he has a foundation, he's building something. What are you adding to the table? What are you bringing? I'm building a house. What are you bringing? I'm bringing food. Okay. I'm going to clean it as you build it. Okay. That's the teamwork right there. What's the problem with that? What is the problem with that? But these women are so scared because men are supposed to lead to the point where they're lying and saying ain't no leaders out here. That's not true. Then what the fuck who are you procreating with? You saw the sister sitting there talking to that monkey in the cage. That's who she's procreating with. That. How many corrections officers got in trouble? You remember that gang leader that had some COs pregnant? Remember that? What about these women? Remember the grown woman that was a teacher? Had 4 high school students run a train on her, and her husband was like a military dude? What about all the female teachers that got caught freaking off with these high school and junior high school and some elementary kids? Remember that? Did a whole show on it. Why? Because when you think of a pedo or a groomer, automatically, or a rapist, automatically you think of a man. And we're finding out that it's not true. This stuff has been in our face the whole time. You know how I know? Talk to some boys about who molested them growing up. A lot of times it was women in their own family. There's a lot of that shit that went on and still going on. Why? I just showed you a video of a chick performing oral on a baby's hand. What makes you think this hasn't been going on the whole time? And then when these women get older or they're already old, they try and throw this I'm a boss shit around you, and they have this whole thing. Society has told men to fall back and let women be women. Now they have the driver's wheel and they're crashing up the fucking truck. Because the issue is we've moved away from God. And what did God teach us? Men are supposed to lead. I'm not talking about the filthy animals that are in the street with their pants sagging and they still got dreams of being a rapper and they're my age. Yo, my big break is coming. I'm putting out my 40th mixtape. Your 40th mistake in what? In 4 years? Bro, you can still dream big, but in the meantime, you're supposed to go get a job. I'm not telling you to put down your dreams, homie, but go get that job. Your dick work, you got kids all over the place. And who are these chicks that are buying into this rap dream of yours? If they're going to support you, fine. But A, make yourself more marketable to the world. Get a job, and so your kids can say, at least dad's working, so they know how to work. Show your kids that you know how to multitask. Put a roof over your baby mama head. And how about this? How about no baby mama, make it your wife? And say, okay, baby, I'm working a 40-hour work week. On my Saturday, I'm going to need 4 hours so I can rock in the studio. But then I'm back to work. And I'm also a full-time father. Show her your efforts, because you know what happens? These women get they get codependent on these dudes that ain't worth it. You know what happens? They're addicted to chaos, and there's a lot of that shit going on. I could do a whole show on that. Women being addicted to chaos, men being addicted to chaos. You know how we say, if a man's whooping your ass, just walk away. There's some women that can't do that. You know why? Because they don't want to. For him beating on her, for some reason in her mind, means that he loves her because she's missing something in her life. And they just like getting around their girlfriends and complaining. It makes them feel a part of a group. Oh, let me tell you what this nigga did. Oh, y'all ever knew a chick like that? And it's like, shut up. Every damn day you're talking about what he's doing to you. You're talking to me. You talk to me about what your dreams and aspirations are, and how bad of a guy he is, and how he's cheating all over you, and you ain't giving me no pussy. I don't have to be your boyfriend without the benefits. Go talk to your girlfriends, man. And these days, they eating box too. Get away from me. Look, remember I did the show on the male commandments? Do I need to do it again? It's like over 20 commandments, and all of them are numbered number 1, because this is shit that y'all should know about men. And number 1, come to me with a problem only if you want help solving it. Sympathy is what your girlfriends are for. I'm gonna tell you real one time. He's cheating on you? Yeah. He's bad with you? Yeah. He beat on you? Yeah. How long you been with him? 2 years? How long you been doing this? 2 years? Why are you talking to me? Leave him. But I love him. Goodbye. 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 Get out my face. You talking about John Davis of Corn? I know about that. I'm telling you, there's a lot of that shit going on. I promise you. But the issue is we've moved away from God. This wasn't a religious show. I just pointed out passages in the Bible, in the Quran, and I even went to Buddhists. But no matter where you go in the hierarchy of society, man is supposed to be leaders. And if these modern women are telling you there ain't no male leaders here, that's funny. Why are you complaining about the lack of leadership when you literally chase these dudes out the country? Those are the leaders. Because no bum niggas can afford the fucking continent hop. Bum men can't do that. The dudes that's impregnating you, they can't afford to be passport bros. You realize that? And I'm talking about passport bros. Not a bunch of niggas on vacation. There's a difference. But I ain't gonna get into that. We're messed up. But if we're gonna get right, believe it or not, we have to get back to the core principles in which they say America was based off of. Didn't they say it was based off the Bible? When we go to court, you swear on the Bible, you swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you who? God. If we can get back to those principles, we can get our country back. We can get our society back. Black, white, Latin, in America. You get the society back where the men are the head of the household and the women run the household the way they're supposed to run it in support of the man. You'll see the whole economy change. You'll see everything change. Because we were stronger in the 70s and 80s. When they moved certain things around, with all the technology in the world, we're still doomed. We keep going this route. Now it's gotten so bad that men are flying the coop and going to other countries and living the American dream. The real American dream is having a proper household. We don't have it here, which is why the foreigners can come over here with their well-structured household. And that's the new America. But y'all ain't listening. It's all good though. But salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love and appreciation to every last one of you, man. And these are the kind of conversations that we have over here. And salute to y'all, man. Salute to y'all. And oh yeah, August 10th.
Zooming through the skies to infinity and beyond the idea where I'm finna be. Can only hold out for hope of safe landings, but it's in, I'm gonna take what I'm handed. They gawking up at the sky like it's a bird, it's a plane, oh my god, it's a being up this high, it was always the plan. At the end of the day, it's just me and my gang. It's just me and my gang. It's just me and my kid. Simple syllabic sonics written about the subject. Supersonic speed, the way people get on it. Sick of infinitesimal problems, slipping through cracks of my conscience. If this beat was a prison, then I'm a convict. I leave the tracks.
Eventbrite, LDBC reunion, August 10th in Atlanta. Be there, be square. Salute to y'all. I'll be back talking some boxing in the AM. And y'all take it gently, man. Love y'all.